I felt like having aspartame in the beginning of 2025. You guys, it's only been like 3 days of this year. It's been wild. It's just been crazy already. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Like, has your life been crazy? Because my life sure has been. Yep. We're still making 2025 our bitch, okay? We're making this our year. Welcome to Sofa, the 2025 version. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that took me 24 years to learn about. How sad that it took me 24 years to understand this concept of relationships not fulfilling you. But I remember ever since I was like a little baby girl, I valued friendships so much. I valued socializing so much. And obviously humans are very social creatures, right? This is very normal. But I remember just being overly obsessed with the idea of having friends around me all the time. And I genuinely do think it's the way that society conditions us. When we grow up, we are told like, oh my God, like you gotta go socialize, you gotta go have friends, you gotta go get in a relationship and get married. They are told like, oh my God, you gotta go find your other half, and that's the only thing that's like the purpose of life. That's the only thing that will fulfill you. And so literally we grow up with this notion that other people are somehow going to make our lives better and fulfill us. Otherwise, without other people, we'll never be happy. This started very early on for me. I mean, I remember when I moved to the United States and I couldn't really speak a lot of English. I was very lonely a lot of times. I would be alone at recess. I wouldn't have any friends. Nobody wanted to be friends with me because I was that weird foreign girl who couldn't speak any English. And I remember always telling my mom, oh my God, Mom, I have no friends. I have no friends. I actually grew up in this type of mindset of having no friends. And literally I'm 24 now and I'm saying to my mom, I have no friends. And my mom's like, oh my God, Sophia, you've been complaining about this ever since you were like 7 years old. Like nothing changed. And it's because I value relationships with people so much. But it got to a point where I kind of shot myself in the foot with this concept. Life has really been on my ass, especially lately. Life was like, let me teach you a fucking lesson, you little bitch. This whole time, I would go through life and I would be forming relationships with people. And I would always feel like other people are the problem. Whenever a friend has hurt me, whenever some shit went down, whenever there was a disagreement, whenever there was something happening, I was like, oh my God, this is this person's fault. Like, this person is making me feel unhappy. Why would this person make me feel that way? Where's my perfect person? Where are my perfect friends? And then life just slapped me in the face and said, hey bitch, that doesn't fucking exist. And also, why are you relying so much on other people for your own happiness? I was talking to my therapist the other day and he was like, you know, Sophia, you are trying so hard to change your external world. You are trying so hard to change your outer circumstances, but you're not realizing that you need to change internally. You are the source of your own happiness. Nothing else is. Honestly, my therapist has been telling me this for a really long time and I never fucking listened because I was like, that's ridiculous. Like my outer world, my outer circumstances, my relationships all dictate how I feel. What do you mean? And I tried to fight this idea so hard for such a long time until I realized that that's actually true. And not only can you apply this concept to relationships, but you can also apply this concept to anything, your work, your business, anything. But you have to realize that fulfillment and happiness comes from you. It doesn't come from other people. Of course, I do think that your environment really matters and the people that you surround yourself with really matters. So if you're in a toxic work environment or if you're surrounded by a bunch of toxic people, get yourself out of that situation, obviously, and find yourself a better environment with better people. However, when you realize that you're the only person that you can rely on for happiness and fulfillment, your perspective really changes and you are no longer pouring so much of yourself into somebody else. I've been in a situation where I have given so much of myself to other people. I have literally given my identity to other people, like just poured everything into them. And when those people walked away, I was crushed and I was destroyed because I put everything I had into another person, thinking that, oh my God, they'll never do me dirty. They'll never do me wrong. But the perspective that I learned that I should have is that relationships are meant for growth. They're not necessarily meant to be like this happy unicorn land and everything's perfect all the time. A lot of people that you will cultivate a relationship with will end up being painful, or there will be pain along the way and there will be bumps in the road. And if you expect somebody to fulfill you and make you happy, you're never going to be happy. You are never going to find the perfect person to make you feel that way forever. And I talked about this topic recently in one of my videos, but the idea of not owning people, I think this is so important. We experience people, we experience relationships, we experience friendships. We don't own anybody, and no one owes anything to us. I think this is so important because when you realize this, you also learn the concept of impermanence. Life is so short. Life is not forever. And so when you see these people as learning lessons, when you see these people as an opportunity for growth, that really helps open up your world. You now see your relationships as something that you can learn from. You now see it as an experience rather than like, oh my God, like this person has to be with me forever. Oh my God, this person has to make me happy forever. One thing that I realized that makes me very happy is personal growth, right? So when I invest in myself, when I am able to set a goal and achieve that goal, when I am able to improve upon myself, when I am able to learn something new, that's when I'm happiest. The fulfillment is coming from within me. It's not coming from somebody else. It's not coming from an external source. Whenever I put somebody else on a pedestal or a situation on a pedestal thinking like, oh my God, this thing needs to make me happy, I was always left feeling empty and unhappy. And I genuinely think that that's how you make yourself suffer your entire life, is by thinking that this thing out here is somehow going to make you feel happy. Of course, I think that the people around you should make you feel happy, although I don't think it should be like this longing feeling that you have like, oh my God, like I depend fully on this person for my entire happiness or else my world will be crushed. I also think if we're talking about relationships, we shouldn't put someone on a pedestal as high as Mount Everest. Okay, this is definitely a hard concept to grasp, you guys, but seriously, nobody else is going to make you feel permanently happy. Literally, life is all about learning and learning how to love. That's literally the point of life. And so don't wait for somebody to come into your life and make you happy and complete your world, because the reality is that you need to be completed within yourself. You need to have that inner happiness first. And then when somebody else comes in and adds to your happiness, that's the ultimate fulfillment that you can get, but you got to start with yourself. You got to have it all on your own already. Never ever rely on somebody for your mood and your happiness. Guys, thanks so much for checking out my video. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.